Hi, everybody. This is Charlie P. It's been about a year since I've been on. Welcome to Mood Swings. Going to play some new tunes that I put together November and early December. Of course, it was my birthday on the 9th of December, so I'm 65 years old. And, I've got so many nice ideas for music, but everybody expects me to rock and roll all the time, and I get sick of it. And I like sitting around and just playing the way I always used to play, which is, humble in the corner all by myself, and with a couple of tracks. And the first song I'm going to play for you is Love's Frustration, Love's Calamity. And that song was written because of my feelings towards Evelyn G. Lobo, and she lives in Philippines, and I've been hanging out with her for about 3 years online, and we've been pretty good friends. And every once in a while, I entertain the thought of, maybe I'll get a new wife or something, and which hasn't happened for many, many years. So, but another person in my life was also having some problems and was talking to me online, and it was very sad to see what was going on there. So I called the song, I played some rhythm, and I just called the tune Love's Frustration on my part and Love's Calamity on my friend's part. And a lot of people seem to like it. I have it on Reverb Nation under Chaz Cutz. So you can go there and check out, some of my stuff there, and on Bandcamp. I'll also be playing tunes by my son's band, Iron Chin, and they have an album out. It's called Iron Chin, Die With Your Boots On. And you'll be able to find that on Bandcamp as well and be able to purchase it for about $8 and well worth the money. They're really a good band, and I'll be playing some of their stuff for you. And I'll also be playing some cuts from my son Charles's album. Joel is in Iron Chin. Charles was with Sacred, Nothing Sacred, and there's a couple of good cuts on there too. So we'll begin the show with Love's Frustration, Love's Calamity. Loves calamity, loves frustration. That's what you call kind of a doodle, scratch job. Putting it on paper and get an idea of what I might do with it later. But people tend to like it because it's just simple and down home. And the next tune is more serious because there's a lot of there's a lot of people online and on TV and all these different places. Everybody's got their theories on these final hours of Earth and all these things. And I was riding my motorcycle down to church, and I was feeling kind of pressured by all the crap that I'm hearing inside and outside of, the house, more or less, and all the voices and the people around me. And I know that they were off base, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I was frustrated. I went to church, and there's a bunch of little kids there. I love them, and they always meet me when I pull up on my motorcycle. And I was really feeling crappy. I was just overwhelmed by it. So many emotions I couldn't name it. And there was a young girl there that I was hoping to get on a recording, and I never got around to it. So I happened to have my camera with me, my Handycam, and I started singing a song, and she grabbed it, and I think I told you guys before, and she sang a song, and it really healed my heart because she made it up on the spot. And now that was in spring, so here it is, November, and I decide to finally do that tune and get it down. I've had many ideas on it, and it changed when I started playing because I had given it time to settle in. Because I'm not just a songwriter. I document life events, and so you're not going to hear a lot of stuff from me. But I call it Hear the Voices with a question mark. And I decided to do a take. I did a 7-track, and then I loaded it up, and I'm actually going to play that at the end, and I'm going to call it an alternative, Hear the Voices. And because that changed overnight, and it ended up just the Lord Jesus Christ himself speaking, and the Apostle John. And the only thing I really added was let him in, So, it's just a nice way of, or a gentle way of getting a very serious message across. Probably one of the best, if you can call it that, that I'll do. It's going to take a second for this to recharge up here. I'm using a Bose Wave radio, and it's tending to shut off on me. So the Lord, he told us long ago, there will be false Christs and false teachers. If they say, come to the mountaintop, don't go. Or he is in the inner chambers, he is not there. For as the lightning shines from east to west, so shall his appearing be. And every eye shall see, even those who pierced him. Do you hear the voices, twisting truth, leading you astray, teaching doctrines to the foolish? They cannot blind the wise, for he is our wisdom. Yes, he is our redemption. He knocks on every heart. Hear the knock. Open the door. Let him in. Let him in. For my sheep hear my voice, and another they will not follow. My sheep hear my voice, and another they will not follow. The Lord, yes, He told us long ago, there will be false Christs, false teachers. If they say, come to the mountaintop, don't go, or he is in the inner chambers. He is not there. He is not there. He will not meet you in Ethiopia. He is not there. He will not be there. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door and let him in. Let him in. Today is the day. Let him in. Let him in. Yeshua. Yeshua. Son of the Almighty, the Almighty. In Him is the fullness of the Godhead. Let Him in. Do not delay. You hear the voices? I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed making that. If you've ever listened to Third World, with Stevie Wonder doing a live take of "Don't Play Us So Close," you'll see where I actually got that idea just came into my head, and of course I'm playing the bongos. They were from a friend who died some years ago, and he was a shut-in, never went out of his house, drug abuse, the whole bit, and depression. And I took his bongos, and they were broken in half, and I glued them, and I traded a guitar, a new one, for some skins. And I'm a little rusty on playing, but I always played the dashboard for you guys from the 60s who remember when we had metal dashboards. We could make some make some good sounds with them. And so that was Hear the Voices, and that kind of settles the issue on all these false preachers and these false teachers. And you can see that on YouTube, Hear the Voices, and you'll see the photographs that I put with that with a cheap movie maker. I mean, it's garage stuff. And but you can get the idea. I even found a picture of Jim Jones, so that was kind of cool. And of course, I nailed Joel Osteen and Joyce Myers, and I can't say enough about that. And there's many others, but those two seem to be destroying the hearers and appealing to their flesh. So anyway, what was once a frustration and kind of a resentment, be angry and sin not. And I'm glad I waited because I put 14 hours in on that. And like I say, overnight, the lyrics changed. And I'll play the alternative version, the first one, near the end of this broadcast. What we're going to hear right now, we're celebrating my birthday for the whole month of December. So I understand that the Lord Yeshua was born around September, maybe the 11th. So, you can praise him every day or any moment. So he's not hung up on days. But Evelyn over in the Philippines, I started calling her on a telephone and actually recording her voice. I love to hear her voice because I'm a Vietnam vet. And, Vietnam vets love to hear that. Me love you. Me give you love. And, so here's Evelyn singing Happy Birthday. Well, are you going to sing Happy Birthday to me?
Happy birthday to you. May my voice stop, please.
Your voice is good.
Yeah? My voice very... I'm technical caps. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Charlie.
That was so cute. I love that. My cousin and his friend Cheryl, as Bobby Williams and Cheryl McMahon, they decided to come down and have a jam with me at my house. They're from the Boston area. It takes about an hour to get here. And we kind of had a birthday bash, and it was insane as usual, but it was nice to actually celebrate a birthday. I've done that with my children or something small like that, but not like a birthday bash. And thanks to Bob Wilcox on the bass. He came and Bobby played rhythm. My friend Matthew Hawk, he's a motorcyclist, and he loves to surf. We call him Papa Surf, and he was playing the drums. So it was perfectly horrid, and we had a lot of fun though. And I want to thank all of them for coming and celebrating my birthday, which will probably be the last time. Once is enough. And I don't really have to do things too often, just to appreciate something, because I only got to do it once. I only had to go to Vietnam once. That's enough. And I've returned there in my mind 1 billion times, and I can deal with that now, and I appreciate having done that. So God bless all my Vietnam vet friends out there and the ones I don't know. And we did not do it for nothing, brothers, and you know that. We won't explain that. But it was Thanksgiving, and I went, to Gorham, Maine, and celebrated with my children. And my ex-wife, Lorna, had passed away earlier from cancer this year, and so it was our first Christmas without her, and I got to be with my 3 grandsons, Ian, Trevor, and Connor, and they are such a blessing. And my kids are so beautiful anyway. They're good people. We argue very little, but we had a little jam session. I'm not going to play them for you. I like to pervert songs, so this one here is Hand of Doom. My version of Hand of Doom from Black Sabbath. Well, I love getting together with my boys. I mean, Joel, he can play just about anything. He's on the bass, and Charles on drums, and all the family's upstairs. So I brought my PA, my Yamaha 400 watt, and one speaker, and two microphones. We were able to sync through that, and a Fender amp, and I brought my Paul Reed Smith because it has a wormy bar, and they're not hard to work with. We just we did a whole bunch of stuff. It's online. You can see it online on YouTube. I have a lot of stuff under the name Chazmology, and you'll find that stuff there. A lot of it's insane. I'm insane, and I hope to remain that way and live long enough to maybe vacate this place without ever dying. Anyway, we're going to move on to Iron Chin. Now, my son Joel used to play with Joel Pasquarello with Doug Aubin in many bands and punk and hardcore music. And I've got photographs and different recordings from them over the past decade and 2 decades actually. And so they finally got together and formed a band called Iron Chin. You got Doug Aubin, bass and vocals. You got Dan Connors, drums and vocals. You've got Joel Pasquarello, guitar and vocals, and Joel Paul, guitar and vocals. And I really enjoy this band. I'm telling you, if you get a chance, get out there and go to Bandcamp and go to Iron Chin and purchase their album. And if you get a chance to see them, like in the New Hampshire area or in the Boston area sometimes, they're getting around. If you go to, I think it's IPM.com, it's Outbreak Radio. Doug and Dan were interviewed on there, and they played a couple of tracks live on the air about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And you're able to download that as well. It only takes a second and a half. It's incredible. And Doug's a sweetheart. Dan's a great guy. Joel's a great guy. And the other Joel's a great guy. And they're just, they like to call their music rock and roll. And so it's not a hardcore title or a punk title, but they will do, some cuts from that other punk bands and different bands that they like, friends of theirs. The Guns of Brighton and, people like that. And Fu Manchu actually is, kind of connected to my son Joel. And I told you before that Brad from Fu Manchu made me a guitar pedal I have here. And so I'm going to play Hard Luck Chuck first. And Hard Luck Chuck, Chuck is a friend of ours, and we know him well and for many years. And they put this song together. I think it's really incredible. So sit with me and die with your boots on. Iron Chin.
What the Chuck? Chucky's on a bender, yeah, he's behind the wheel. Got blue lights in the rear view, hear those tires squeal. Warren said a whistle when the man is coming around. 'Cause Chucky's got a duster and he'll put the hammer down. Chucky's been to prison and he's not going back. Got 90 on speedo, 5,000 on the tag. Ozzy on his knuckles and the fuck the world tattoo.
what can you do when the fuzz after you? That goes out to Chucky Carl, man, and we love that kid so much. Really do. It's nice to know these people and that they're singing about, and it's just incredible. They did such a great job on that song, and that was the studio recording off the album, off the CD. And that is Iron Chan Die with Your Boots On. They have songs on there that are pretty good, Survivor and others, but you should purchase that on Bandcamp. They're a great band, and get to see them, really. The next song is Before the First Punch, and I put a picture of the bass player Doug up there, and he's got his fist up to the camera, and a knuckle shirt on, but he's a sweetheart to know, and this is a great song called Before the First Punch. Chin, man, excellent. Before the First Punch. Love it. I love this band so much. It's not just because my son's in it. They are really good. To see them live, 3 or 4 bands setting up, maybe 15 minutes or so, or 20 minutes, and they turn on the sound, and I'll tell you what, there's no sound checks. They just play, and I'm like, wow. They hit it really good because I'm a 60s kid, man. I know equipment, and even though I'm deaf, man, these guys put it together really good. I'll get the, they're going to have an opening kind of debut for their album on the 16th of January, and I'll look that up while the next song plays, because I just got out of bed and decided, hey, we're going to do a radio show. So that's why I do things. And you'll have to put up with all the burps, farts, and stumbling around here. And this is called Slideways. That was Iron Chin, man. Those boys kick ass. Fu Manchu is gonna be called Chu Manchu. That was me on the end of the album. That last song was Live Free or Die. And I did the live recording of them at the Dover Brick House in New Hampshire. Dover, New Hampshire. And they honored me for my support and put that comment on there. Only, I can't tell you about it, but it's there. That was Iron Chin. We got the information right here. Now, they're going to have a record release on January 16th in Newmarket, New Hampshire, on 5 Granite Street at the Stone Church Meeting House, 7 p.m. To the Gallows will be playing with them, and Guns of Brighton. Great guys, get out there. We're going to move on to my son, Charles A. He's my oldest son. And he has a family, so he's taken some time to throw these songs together, and he's written them. I can't mention all the guys' names because I actually forget them because he kept playing with different people. But Chris is drumming. He's a great guy, too. And Nothing Sacred can be found on SoundClick. And we're going to play Unpredictable, the first song, and then Amber.
Just so you know, my love, it grows. That's just how it goes when you're so. It's all in the air. How you see yourself, it's unpredictable sometimes. It's all you know. Just a world, just a soul. You love, you gotta be down, Don't know why I said what I did, but that's it's all good, man. What else do you expect me to say? Your love is so unpredictable. Your soul is so unpredictable.
Amber. That was Amber. Nothing sacred. Great to hear my boys playing, and I never showed them how to play. They just played on their own, never gave them lessons, and it just kind of runs in the family. And that was as garage as it gets. And I'm going to remix that for them on my Boss BR 1600. But I figured I'd play their original recording the way they did it off a computer and some little Behringer unit they had. And it's great boys I have. Great family. I'm very grateful. Now back to Chaz Cutz. In 1991, I had left my wife, and I was kind of depressed and I had post traumatic stress anyway, but I was sober for probably since '87 and off drugs. But you feel a lot when you come off that stuff, and you feel a lot for years. And I was in Lyndonville, Vermont, and I was going to college in Lyndon State College, and I've spoken of that before, where I wrote a song, Blue Room. But the song before that was actually just me scribbling at a bar. I used to go to a bar called the Packing House, and I'd hang and I'd watch people dance, live, and laugh. And I was observing life and I wasn't living it. But there was this beautiful waitress, and it turned out that I met her mother later because she walked in the room, and I went, oh my God, Angie, right? And me and my son Joel from Iron Chin, we put this together last year for the first time. It's not the greatest thing, and he yelled at me for being stupid. But anyway, that's what kids do to their fathers, because they are stupid sometimes. This is called Waitress 93. Well, there's this waitress at a local bar I'd like to get to know. Well, she's tall and pretty sexy, though when she doesn't walk, she's kind of small. As she moves from place to place, my eyes, they go there too. I say, hey, Andy, what you doing tonight? We take that home with you? I love the way Angie waits on me, always serves with a smile. Well, she's quick, she's slick, she ain't no hit, just for her, I'd run a mile. I must look very strange to her, I drink coffee, never beer. And I get a bit uneasy, whenever she gets me. Around this place when loneliness set in. So maybe I need a woman who drank coffee instead of gin. I found that this was not the place where sober girls hung around. But I did meet someone I'd like to know. Oh, Angie, I've been found. Woo! I can barely reach your head. son Joel on the drums and bass. Thank you, Joel. And now, the alternative take of Hear the Voices. This is Mood Swings. You know, the Lord, He told us long ago that there would be false Christs. And if they tell you that He's in the mountains, don't go. Or the inner chamber, for He's not there. For the sky will split open, and every eye shall see. Yeah, I hear the voices loud and clear. Yeah, messing with my friend, Twisting truth, downright lies, tickling ears, blocking the path, the only path. All right, man, it's been really great. I gotta cut it short here. We're gonna do an hour show. Mood Swings. Let him in.